Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the 6th elementary grade. Our textbook is Week 3, and today, inshallah, we will have our first enrichments in the semester. It will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Salih Al-Ajan. So let's begin. So in our unit 5, the first unit we had in this semester was called Yesterday and Today. So the first lesson we learn about this lesson, which is the time and how we can make questions about time. And the first thing we learn is this question: what time is it? What time is it? We said that if we want to know the exact time, there is only one question we should ask when we look at the clock, which is, what time is it? So after this, we do learn different times. For example, if the clock like this, we would say it's 7 a.m. It is 7 a.m. And also if it's like this, we would say it is 12. It is 12. And like this, it is 8 and 30. 8 and 30 minutes. And also, if a clock like this, we would say 11 and 30 minutes. 11 and 30 minutes. And also, if it like this, we would say it's 5 and 45 minutes. It's 5 and 45 minutes. And also, it is 1 and 10 minutes. 1 and 10 minutes. And this one is 9 and 20 minutes. 9 and 20 minutes. So this is about the clock and how we can ask about time, and also how we can or say different times when we look at the clock. Also, we had another question, which is, what time do you get up in the morning? So in the morning, when you want to go to school, at what time exactly you get up from your bed? So I usually get up at, and here you can tell the time that you get up. For example, I usually get up at 6 o'clock. Maybe someone usually get up at 5 o'clock, and someone else may get up at 7 o'clock. So here, someone would say maybe 5. And also, let's talk about yesterday. At what time did you get up yesterday? So when you think of yesterday and you want to talk about yesterday, you would start your answer with yesterday. I got up at 5:30. 5:30. And after this, we had an exercise where we got to learn how to say phrases in the present, and also how to say the same phrases in the past. So for example, a phrase that we use in the present, which is get up. Get up. And to say the same phrase in the past is got up. Got up. Also another phrase, which is eat lunch. Eat lunch. To say this phrase in the past, it will be ate lunch. Ate lunch. Also the third one, come home. Come home in the present. In the past, it will be came home. Came home. The same goes for the fourth phrase, which is do my homework. In the past, it will be did my homework. Did my homework. And number 5 is take a bath. Take a bath. In the past, it will be took a bath. Took a bath. And number 6, go to bed. And in the past, it will be went to bed. So these, how we learn the phrases when we say them in the present, and also in the past. And after this, we had a chant that is called, "What time do you do it?" So let's listen one more time to this chant, and after this, we will continue. So the chant of "What time do you do it?" At 6 o'clock, I jump out of bed and brush my teeth, and at 1 o'clock, I finish school and ride the bus home. At 1 o'clock, I eat my lunch and meet my friends. At 10 o'clock, I jump into bed and dream a lot. So this is the chant we had in unit number 5. So now let's talk about these times. Can you mime what do you do at these times? So here, for example, tell me, what do you do at quarter past 7? So for this person, for example, at quarter past 7, he jumped out of the bed. So what about you? What do you do at this time? And also, let's have another time. Half past 12. What do you do half past 12? For this person, he said, at half past 12, I brush my teeth. What about you? Also, with the third one, at 3 o'clock. What do you do at 3 o'clock? Here, what he do at 3 o'clock, after 3 o'clock, I eat my lunch. And also, at quarter to 9, I jump into bed. And how about you? What do you do at quarter to 9? So all of these are different times that we can use when we talk about different activities that we use. So here, let's listen and practice and match each one of them. So at 6 o'clock, I jump out of bed. So which one of these clocks is 6 o'clock? It is, of course, the last one, number D. Let's listen to other phrase. At 1 o'clock, I finish school and ride the bus home. So which one of these clocks represent 1 o'clock? It is, of course, number A. Now let us move on to the third one. At 2 o'clock, I eat my lunch and meet my friends. So which one of these we can choose the clock? It is number B. And the last one is, at 10 o'clock, I jump into bed and dream a lot. So which one of these is 10 o'clock? It is, of course, number C. So it's very important that not only we know times, but also we know what are the actions that we usually do at different times. And after this, what we had is different words and phrases. Words like think, and also the second word, which is ring, and the third one, which is rock. And now we move to the exercise, another exercise, which is try to continue these words, to have a look at these letters, and try to write the missing letters if you have a look at the picture. So if we have a look at the first picture, we can know that this is a picture of a clock. And also with the second one, if we have a look at this picture, then we can know it's a season. And what kind of season is it? It is the spring season. It is the spring season. And if we have a look at the third one, this one, what is it? It is thick. It is a thick arrow. And if we have a look at this one, what do we call this game that we always like when we play or when we go to parks, which is a swing. A swing. Now, other picture here, what is this girl is doing? She is having a drink. And also, and what is this? That the black, in the black color, it is an ink. And also here, What do we have here? What is this picture? It is a picture of a bag. And finally, this is a picture of a wing. So here we have different words with the same sound, wing and thing. Now after this, we rewrite words beside the pictures. For example, when we wrote about whale, and also when we wrote about cheese in questions. When we made a question, and here after looking at this picture, we completed each of these questions. And also, even when we have a look at this picture, which is a picture of a ship, here we wrote a question. And after this, here another word, which is phone, and also a chocolate bar. That was the next word. And here we have a shark, also the other word that we have in this lesson. And after this, we went to the listen and spell. So here we have different words. We need to listen to this word and spell it right. So let's start with the first one. The first word here we have is ring, ring. The second one is rock, rock. Spring, spring. Back, back. Wing, wing. Ink, ink. So these words with different letters and also with different sound, though it seems similar to each other. And after this, we had the sixth unit, which is unit that is called jobs. In this unit, we talked about what does your dad do and what does your mom do when we talk about the work that our parents do. And also, we had listed a number of different jobs, like, for example, an astronaut, reporter, architect, engineer, cook, diver, and firefighter, businessman, and a housewife. We talk about different jobs and we said, what does your father do from these jobs and what does your mother do from these jobs also? And after this, we had the chant that is called the Space Station Crew, where this chant, we listened to about 3 different people who are doing 3 different jobs. Like, for example, the first one we read about is Abdullah. He is a pilot who works in a station and he works in the space station. And in our chant, we got to know Abdullah, what does he do and where does he do, where does he work as well. And after this, we also got to know another person. His name is Faisal. Faisal is a doctor. And where does he work? He works in a hospital. And not any hospital, but it is called the Space Hospital. And after this, we got to know 2 people who are Ali and Umar. And what do? They are cooks. And where do they work? They work in a restaurant, not any kind of restaurant, but a space restaurant. So this is the crew, the space station crew. We learn about Abdullah, Faisal, Ali, and Umar, and what does each one of them do. And after this, we listen and match job with places about the name of people and also where they work. So we learned that their jobs, a doctor, usually their place of work is a hospital, and also the firefighters, they work in a fire station. And also the third one, which is a pilot, works in an airport. So we not only learn about their jobs when we listen, but also where do they work. And after this, after we listen, we did say that we need to number. The first thing we listen to, the first job we listen to the other jobs. And the results were that the first job we listened to was he helped sick people, and the second one, he put out fires, and the third one is that they fly planes. So this is regarding the listening. We had listened in this lesson, and we also number what are the things that we listen to. And after this, we had a chant about when I grew up. And in this chant, we listened to different rhythms about what do you want to do when you grow up. Let's listen to this chant one more time. Listen, chant, and do. When I grow up, I want to be a designer. When I grew up, I want to be a baker. When I grew up, I want to be a TV reporter. When I grew up, I want to be a scientist. When I grew up, I want to be a writer. When I grew up, I want to be a doctor. When I grew up, I want to be a presenter. When I grew up, I want to be a teacher. So in this jobs chant, we learned different jobs, and we said that you can also act out this job. And how we say act out this job, for example, if you want to talk or to be a presenter, then you can act it out. You can have a mic and say, when I grew up, I want to be a presenter. Or if you want to be a teacher, then you can have maybe a marker or a piece of paper and say, when I grew up, I want to be a teacher. This is how we make it more interesting. And after the chant, we had the job guessing game, where Said is asked different questions, and by the answers, we can know what is the job that Said has in his mind. So here we have a list of questions that Said answered, as we can see here. And after knowing the answers that Said had, then we can guess. And do you remember what was Said's answer from this lesson? Said was thinking of an interesting job, which is to be an astronaut. To be an astronaut. We said that you can play this game, you can have the same questions, and to have different jobs in mind. And after this, with the phonics, we listen and match and write KN and also GH. We said that sometimes we write words and letters that we don't pronounce at all. Like, for example, here, the word or the letters GH. Here we say right, light, night. And also letters that are silenced, like the letter K when it's followed by N. For example, knob, knee, knife, knock. And also we had listened to different sounds like reads, walks, teaches, and we said that all of them ends with different sounds. So after listening to these different sounds, then we can match them with the word that we have below. This will help us on better pronunciation of these words. And we've ended with a chant about numbers, and we learned how to chant from number 10 to 100 and also from 200 to 1000. And here, my dear student, we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.